Good morning, Barrington High School.
Today, we are going to take the time to recognize 3 unsung heroes that walk amongst us in the halls of Barrington High School.
This amazing story illustrates how in the blink of an eye, your life can change, and how the kindness of a stranger can make all the difference.
Me and my 2 friends, Mike and Dan, were throwing the football around at Station Middle School. It was getting late, so we decided to hop in the car and go home.
Coming back from Palms in our carpool in the minivan, and I was in the far back seat on the right with Paige and Ashley, and Paige was in the middle and Ashley was on the left. It didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary was going to happen.
We were trying to pull into the intersection, but there was a truck in front of us, and the driver was honking on the horn, but it wouldn't move. So then I looked over and there was a car coming at us.
We were all talking, and all of a sudden everyone started screaming.
We were driving down 14, coming up on Pepper Road, when we saw a minivan get hit by an SUV and the force spun the minivan around.
When I started to process what had happened, the driver didn't know, because she had a concussion, and I was like, I think we just got in an accident. And I looked back to ask them if they were okay, and they were all just gone.
I was sitting in the passenger seat, completely shocked, as I saw 3 girls thrown out of the car into the middle of the street.
The next thing I remember is just lying in the middle of the street.
So when I was laying on the road, all I could think was get up and go, get off the road because another car would hit you. I remember holding my head because I had a big bump on it, and then I could feel my back burning.
It all happened so quickly, there's no way we could have prepared for it.
Without even thinking, we pulled the car over and jumped out to see if there was anything we could do to help.
There was glass and debris everywhere.
I jumped out of the car to stop traffic to make sure that no one else would get hurt.
As I ran over to the scene, I saw a girl in the ditch, and all I could hear was her screaming and crying.
And he was asking me all these questions, what was my name?
I talked to her and asked what her name was to try to calm her down.
I remember asking him if my sister was okay.
I went to go check on the girl in the middle of the road. As I approached her, the only thing that she could say to me was,
"Did this really just happen to me?" Looking up and seeing this guy holding my hand, and I don't know him and I didn't know anything, and I was really confused, and I heard all these noises around me, people yelling.
She seemed really scared, but I told her that she was going to be okay.
It felt like an eternity waiting for the ambulance, but it finally showed up.
We just all got out and did our best.
I wasn't trying to be a hero, I just reacted.
I've always heard my teachers talk about helping someone when they're in need.
Our coaches always taught us to be there for one another.
But I never thought that I would ever be the one called upon to help someone.
This is the one time we could take what we learned on the field and apply it to real life.
And I hope someone would do the same thing for me.
If it wasn't for Ryan,
If it wasn't for Mike,
If it wasn't for Dan,
if it wasn't for the guys, I don't know what would have happened to my friends and my sister.
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.